it's like, what story do you want to tell, right? Because you're going to have people in there that feel exactly like Tracy, who have been trying to or wanting to, and they don't have the permission, and they're feeling like they can't. But then Tracy could say, well, hey, let's just go do it, you know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just thinking about what you said there. Everyone has their own challenges.
Yep.
Everyone has their own strengths, though, and you got to find your niche. And that to me, if there was, I know that message gets said all the time, but kind of going back to that agent you were talking about earlier that called you last week, I know we have that same situation probably happening frequently across Ohio, where you got a new person coming into the agency, and you know the old producer, the agency owner says this is the way you do it, versus them saying, okay, I'll do it that way to a degree, but I'm going to blend in what my own strengths could be. And that's kind of the message I'd like to share with folks, is that you got to find your own pathway. Like you got to, you got to work within the confines of the system that you're in, and if you don't want to, then you got to go out and start your own scratch agency. But otherwise, you got to figure out a modern way of communicating with your clientele and your prospects.
Yeah, something I like the word permission. So.
And songs are not to make you bitter. The days are long when your politics are literature.
I wasn't at the first one. What did you think about it compared to Columbus?
It's all right.
Yeah.
Westfield was there, so I hung out with Chris Klein.
There was a lot of carrier people at the last one, I thought. Like a lot of insurance people. But it's probably because there's a lot of insurance people in Columbus.
Yeah, that could be
There was a lot of
There was a lot of out-of-towners. Remember when they asked for people to raise their hand who was from out of town?
Cool.
What are you guys working on today?
Well, he's doing a vlog, and somehow I got it.
I'm wearing 2 OIA shirts.
P.S. Can't use all the like grainy total background stuff. Like you've been doing on the podcast, like super like informal and like, hey, what do we want to talk about? Don't do that. You're gonna put this in there, aren't you?
There he is.
What's up, Joey?
A video of you reading.
Sorry, I'm reading about Kyle Snyder. You know,
Oh
sad,
my
but,
gosh.
Good to see you, my friend.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good to
I
see
heard
you.
you were gonna be up here today.
Yeah. I am.
So what you doing? Just
Randomly video.
checking out, stuff. There you go.
If you're passing through Columbus, you stop by OA. I
No
guess.
doubt. Sydney was in Cleveland, right?
All right, Cleveland, Ohio, let's do this thing. Yo, man, sweet ride.
She was we were trying to see if she could coordinate getting down here, but it
Yeah,
didn't
you got to
work
settle
out.
for me, Jeff. It's all right.
I was telling Joey earlier that Sid was like, yeah, I'll be at Seth's agency. I'll just swing by OA. I'm like, that's 2 hours away, right? Like,
Well, here, sit down for a second, man. I'm not in any hurry unless you guys are, right? Let's sit and chat.
No. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go get my mics because we're too far away.
Go somewhere else too. We're just gonna sit and talk. Is that the game plan? Yeah. How is your new gig going?
You tell me, Jeff.
Well, it's probably everyone's question, right?
It's one of 3 that I get.
I mean, good from everything I can see. Hi, Jody.
Hi,
How are you? Good. How are you?
Talk to you whenever you guys are done.
Okay. Yeah, from everything I can tell, I mean, you guys are everywhere, but you know this industry better than anybody, dude.
I don't know that I'd say that.
What you guys are doing is pretty revolutionary in terms of,
Well, I don't know what you're doing that for.
for this industry, it's pretty unique. I would say that's true, Joey. Like in terms of being able to consume everything that you guys have, it's impossible, but I don't think that's what you're going for, right?
oh boy.
I can't see
I'm
if
gonna
I'm
hit.
You are. I can see you.
Oh, you're not. You're gonna scoot up.
I'm gonna get closer.
I want to be in the middle.
The rose in between 2 thorns. Isn't
There
that
you
what
go.
it is a lot of content. I know you guys know that, but
Yeah.
you're filling the space,
Yeah.
And if you're not, someone else is going to. So you were at IAOA, right?
Was.
And at the Gary Vander It was Gary
Vaynerchuk.
Vaynerchuk.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Gary V. What did you think of those experiences?
I don't say one's better than the other, but just I think honestly it's just who's there. That's what determines the vibe of the conference, right? If you got a bunch of old dudes that want to talk about their cold calling strategies, it's gonna suck a little bit,
Is that not still effective?
So
Here's your list of
Their
200
yellow
businesses.
pages.
And,
So you know what? I had an agent send me a message on LinkedIn the other day, and I almost cried. But he's been watching some of our stuff, and he's been doing video. He's put out like 5 or 6 videos, and he sent me a message like, "Dude, like my owners just sat me down and said like, you can't do videos anymore. It's not in line with our brand, and we need you to cold call more." And when you say cold calling, dude's like, you're just like, that's a joke, right? Like they did not tell you to cold you can cold call. I'm not gonna judge anybody that cold calls. I will a little bit, but I was like, dude, like, but he's like, yeah, it's like they told him like he's actually trying to do this stuff, and he's doing it on his own. He says he's hitting his sales goals.
That's a tough agency to be in. I mean, that sounds like there's a definite generational gap between
Yeah, I don't know.
what he's trying to do.
I actually called him yesterday. I said he's actually kind of close. He's in Lancaster, PA.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, dude, I might come out. I'm assuming that conversation is happening almost in every agency that has a new generation.
Hooking him up with Tracy Cotton might help because she has the same. I mean, she doesn't have the same dynamic, but she does all her branding and stuff separate from the agency, just because the agency doesn't really do it. Now I think she's gotten buy-in from the owners to a certain degree, but she might have advice.
It's like a
for
don't
him.
ask, don't tell sort of thing.
So tell me this, like you've been at a couple of these conferences now, Elevate's coming up. You're going to be kind of like the host. You're a Cleveland guy, and it's going to be in your town.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that much responsibility, but thanks.
I don't know, man. It's coming in. Your other.
I offer to sleep over in my basement to people in the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking in terms of the forum and the format and all that? I mean, I know it's pretty well set, but
For Elevate?
yeah, anything that you've
Yeah.
learned from.
That's going to be a tough question.
Well, I don't know. I'm just curious, like what you've learned from being out on the road at these other things, how you guys can deliver on that, because that's a big event. We're excited about it. What are there, 75 Ohioans?
Yeah, Ohio people.
I'm confident we're going to be able to get to 100. We still got to max out our discount. I know we haven't hit
No,
that
we haven't
by
yet.
any means.
And now that we're past next gen, we're gonna hit Elevate a lot harder.
Right. We're a sponsor of the program, and so we're getting agents a discounted rate of $300 to go to the program. So we're, by our sponsorship, subsidizing part of the cost for them to go. We have a limited number of tickets, but like 75 or something like that. We were
Yeah.
able to do that for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good time. I mean, we're looking at, 700, I think?
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
That's
already
what
at
she
like
said.
350, 400. So,
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that'd be a big number.
Hilton's a nice place. I think it'll be a good spot for it. I think it'll be the IOA, 5-ish, So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Well, the last one was
Yeah, I
in
mean,
Milwaukee.
yeah, I mean, I think that the biggest difference is the people that you bring there, right? So IOA is all agency owners, no company people, nothing like that. So the Elevate's going to give you a little more blend of the industry. Is generally you're going to have agents, you're going to have owners, you're going to have
Some tech
company people, you're
people.
going to have some technology companies. So just different cross sections meeting.
I don't know. Everything I see, it feels like you're doing good things, from what I can tell. Yeah, there's a lot of content, and I mean, no one can keep up with the volume of content that's going on out there. But
Yeah.
I get worried about it with us sometimes, where I'm like, if you're not producing, someone else is. So you want to stay in front of them, and you want to be that choice.
Like our kind of mission statement is like they'll get the ones that are most important.
Yeah.
You'll naturally gravitate to the one that you want, like is most interesting to you. And if you have a choice, we would rather you have a choice than not.
That people still ask the difference between Trusted Choice, like what is Agency Nation, what is Trusted Choice, like how they relate.
They're never going to get that, though.
I know.
I mean, but it's okay. You're connected. You've got a platform. That's the cool thing you're doing, is you're building out a platform for independent agents. I mean, I've said this to Becky, and we've talked about it, is a lot of what I see you and Ryan and Sydney doing is you're becoming the face of the next generation
There's a lot
of
pressure
independent
there, Jeff.
agents.
Easy there, Jeff.
Hey, man, it's not supposed to be easy. If it
Yeah.
was, it would be. But you're doing it under the realm of, the existing system. There's a lot of people out there who are breaking the model, who are just starting their own thing, which is cool.
Yeah.
But we are the incumbents, meaning the organizations that have been set up are the incumbents right now, and we're trying to serve agents in a different way.
Yeah.
Some of the organizations out there, you're gonna have to pull kicking and screaming, but they will come along eventually. Ours, I like to think. Well, I like to think we're on the cutting edge, or we're the early adopters, where
I could probably second that.
we've embraced your philosophy. We think there's merit to it, and we think agents that adhere to it and are going to grow their businesses over time.
Yeah.
Not going to see instant results, but no one should ever expect to. You put in hard work, and then
Yeah.
eventually it starts to pay off.
They turn their noses up to honest conversations and move their mouths so much their tongue gets tired and their eyes frozen. Calling out the wrong right, knowing they keep calling out the wrong right.
And we used to do like trick shots from across the room, and we hit the ceiling so many times. Like one of these ceiling tiles is missing a piece. Oh, I think it's like
Knowing still calling out the wrong right. Knowing.
So what are the other two questions people ask you? How's it going?